Hello everyone, my name is Zen, and welcome to our Long Dark Interloper series. I gotta say I'm pretty excited for today's episode. I've been really wanting to play more Long Dark. Every time I record, after I finish, I just wish I could play more. So I'm excited to play today, and looking forward to joining with you guys playing this game. So, where did we leave off? And if you're new to the channel, this is where we'll catch you up so you know what's going on. We are about 3 episodes into this run, and we started off in Pleasant Valley, had to learn the ropes to get around in there, made our way through Timberwolf Mountain to Ash Canyon, where we are now. Our goal, our objective, is to find the hiking backpack. That is our quest, and that is what we plan to do today if all goes well. Now, I don't know Ash Canyon very well, and everything I know about it, I am going off by memory, so hopefully we can find the backpack. Because if we don't do it fast enough, we might run out of time to be able to collect more warm gear before the cold arrives. So let's hope we find it today. At any rate, let's get going. We leave off inside of this little cabin, which is along the little creek inside of Ash Canyon. This is where we are right now, at Angler's Den. Now, I believe... I could be wrong here. I really don't know, but I think that the gold mine might be somewhere over here, and I believe this is where the backpack, excuse me, maybe. I don't know. Those of you who are experienced in the game would know. I do not. But that's okay. We're going to try to find it anyway. Today. That's the plan. And while we do that, we'll still get a better sense of Ash Canyon, which is important information for this run and any future runs we end up doing. But hopefully this is the run that makes it. Hopefully. We say that every time, but you never know. You never truly know what's going to happen next. Okay, put that crate there so we know where our wood is. So, today it's almost midday. It's actually a pretty good time to leave. We're warming up inside here. How are we looking on food? No cookable food right now, unfortunately, so we should actually cook some water before we leave and get some extra torches so we are warm for the day. Now, we did get a couple extra matches, which is great news. Let's take a look here. Get a torch started with a book. Cattail head, start this fire. We'll break down a couple of these crates just so we can get about maybe, let's say, 15 torches, and we'll cook a little water. We'll cook like only a skillet of water. We don't want to cook too much here. Okay, let's place our skillet. Start cooking water. Oh, we can cook rose hips as well. We'll do that. Let's add some fuel. We've got some cedar firewood and some reclaimed wood. Let's add the reclaimed wood first. We do have a piece of coal. We'll use this for emergencies only. Yeah, cedar firewood. We don't really need to use this right now. How much weight are we carrying? Carrying a fair bit of weight. Let's break a little bit down instead and add it to the fire. So we should be okay. Just so we can get the water we need and some rose hips for the road. Reclaimed wood, add that. This is almost finished. Well, not quite. We still need to make it potable water. So we don't have any additional rose hips for tea. We only have 1 cup to keep us warm while we get out there. Let's take a look at our clothes. Everything is in acceptable condition except these socks and these boots. Do we have cured leather? We can. This will take 30 minutes. Let's do it right now. Hopefully this works first time go around. The one thing about repairing with cured leather is if you did not succeed the first time, you lose your leather, which sucks. And cured leather is a little bit harder to come by than cloth. Excuse me. So repairing that kind of gear can be a little stressful at times, but now we're at 95% condition, so that's great news. So that should keep us a little bit warmer. And everything else is in pretty good condition. We are doing okay for warmth. Not amazing, but okay. Let's take our rose hips. Drink this now, so we'll stay warm as we get out there. I hope we should have checked what the weather was like outside. 6. Alright, I'm just gonna take a peek outside. It might be blizzarding. It's windy. Okay. Not great. Not bad, not great. Let's grab this beard lichen, get back inside, we'll craft this into a bandage. Problem is, if we leave right now, our torch just goes out immediately. So we could stay inside maybe for an hour or two. Maybe we get lucky and the wind dies down. Okay. In the meantime, we'll cook a little bit more water. Add a few more sticks to the fire. We want to make sure that we still have 15 sticks in case we need to create a snow shelter at the last moment. Let's take a look at what we have in here. So we have a frozen angler book which we can start reading for learning how to fish. Or mending, which is almost complete. So we can burn this soon, so let's just work on this. Read this for an hour. Hopefully the wind's died down by then. Potable water. Okay, great. Fire's on for 21 minutes. Let's take a look outside. Wind is still windy. Okay, we'll try for one more hour, and then we'll maybe break away and try to find our way towards the gold mine. We don't want to waste too much daylight because that's the warmest time of day. We'll read for one more hour here. Okay, potable water. Great news. How much water are we carrying on us? 4.5 liters. We can leave a little bit in the trunk here, so we have extra. When we come back, we'll leave 1.5 liters. Okay, let's take a peek outside, see how it looks. It is not windy anymore. Fantastic. Okay, we waited it out. Let's eat a little food. What weighs more, the granola bar? Cattail. I think the granola bar weighs more, so we're just going to eat that now. We are under the carrying capacity, which is great, but we are a little bit tired now too. Pick up our skillet. Add a few sticks to the fire just so we can get some torches. 4 torches should be enough. Until our next fire. Okay. Now we're going to make our way towards what we hope to be the gold mine. Now, unfortunately, we do not have any charcoal on us. Oh, we have 2 pieces. Okay, that's enough. And we have 11 torches. Let's get going. Hopefully, we're going to have enough energy to climb. However, I don't know for sure if we will. Now, I think, and I'm just going off best guess here, I believe we need to go that way. Straight through in between that big rock mountain and that cliff over there. I don't know for sure. This is all a gamble. I think that's the way. And I'm not sure how we're going to find our way back here. Is that... Hold on, is that a deer? No, it's not a deer. Okay. Now, we need to pick up a couple rocks because we had thrown a few at the wolf yesterday. And thankfully, I was looking at the clip, so I remembered that we need to do that. So, that was lucky that I ended up looking at the clip. So, okay, we got the 2 rocks we need. Now, that's not where we need to go. I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know my way around Ash Canyon very well at all. I just kind of remember the feeling of certain areas better than others. Now, that could be the place we need to go. I just don't know. So it might be the case that we end up getting lost once again. But thankfully, we should have enough sticks that if we do get lost, we'll be able to be okay. We're gonna go this way, see if we have to turn around. I don't know for sure. We're gonna find out shortly. Tons of sticks over here, though. Worth picking up. You ever know when things are going to take a turn south and you're going to need a fire for a while. Now, if we can get that backpack, that'll increase our carrying capacity, which will be a huge boon. Time to swap the torch out already. Now, one of the downsides about this area is that there can be a bear nearby, and I believe I know where we're going now. I think I know where we're going. This was a fork here, and I remember when I was here last time, there was a bear that made its rounds around this rock here, I think. So we're going to keep our eyes out for a bear. We do not want to come across a bear at all. Hopefully we'll have enough sticks to start a fire. If we do, that can be what saves us from a bear. So my best guess is we have to come through this pass here, and from this pass we take a right, and I think that is where the rope climb is for the gold mine, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the Long Dark. I play this game, and after I finish playing it, I'm like, man, I wish I was playing the Long Dark. I have other games on this channel I love, and I still want to keep playing those as well. But man, oh man, whenever I finish an episode for the day, I'm kind of sad that the episode is over because I had so much fun playing it. It was a good time. So yeah. And it's kind of funny. It's one of those games that the more you play it, the more enjoyable it becomes, because with the knowledge you have acquired, it always makes it possible for your run to go just that much longer the next time you die and start afresh. I think it can really be a big difference. Okay, so I believe we turn right here. I believe there's a rope climb over here, and I believe this is where we go to get to the climb to Ash Canyon. Now there should be a cave over here that we can stop by, and it might be worth doing that. Well, we don't really need to. We don't need to stop by this cave, but this is a cave we could stay at if things get cold and we need to sleep. So this is probably where our sleeping destination will be. Oh, birch bark. Useful, and rose hips up ahead. Let's grab these first before we continue. There's usually a wolf over here, and we'll have to keep our eyes peeled out for him. I want to pick up these rose hips because we don't have any other way of staying warm for like a tea or a thermos, and that could come in really handy soon. Oh, there's tons here too. Oh, we gotta swap the torch out. We're running out of fire. So it's not cold yet. We don't need tea immediately. We can wait. So we'll just pick up these rose hips for now and probably stay on the move. Especially since we're like completely warm. Like we haven't even lost any warmth since we've been out. So today is actually quite warm outside. We were very lucky. Let's just take a quick peek inside of this cave, see if we find some coal. Piece of wood. We can just leave this here for now. But how much weight do we have? Yeah, we're carrying over 34 pounds. So this cave we might come back to later. We're going to leave for the time being. It wouldn't be a bad idea to mark this cave just so we roughly know where we are. I think we're going to do that, actually. Help ourselves map the area so we kind of get a better sense of Ash Canyon. This is the Stone Shelf Cave. Okay. We're going to swap our torch out. And we may come back here if we don't have enough energy to make the rope climb. Sleep here for the night, then do the rope climb in the morning. And hopefully we'll have enough fire to do that. Now, if we get over here, there might be a wolf, so we got rocks, and that should hopefully be enough. Grab some beard lichen, bandages, antiseptic. We'll have to craft that later. Don't want to carry too much, but it's good to have a little bit. Maybe like 3 in the inventory. I'm pretty sure this is the climb. We have a lot of sticks. I don't really want to pick up too many sticks either. But okay, I hear a wolf up ahead. So this wolf could become a problem. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. The wind is starting to pick up a little bit. Snow isn't falling straight down anymore. There's our wolf. Swap the torch out so it doesn't burn out right away. Get ready to scare this wolf off. Okay. He's running that way, which is great news for us because we need to go this way. Now I am worried about this wind. We're going to grab whatever sticks we can. We might need to turn back, because we might just not have enough energy for the rope climb, because this looks like it will be a significant climb. It might not be. We might be okay. And we alternatively do have enough sticks and cloth, I believe, for a snow shelter. How much cloth do we have? Oh, we don't have enough cloth for a snow shelter anymore. Okay, that changes things. I made an error. We were using all that cloth to repair ourselves after the wolf attack. Okay, let's get down here and hopefully there's a rope climb. We do have a rope in our backpack though, so that might be what we need to use to rappel up. I just don't know if I can put it down here. This could be a dead end. We might need to find another way around. Looks like it is the case. Okay, we'll poke around, see if there's a spot to place the rope. You might only be able to place the rope from above. It might not be doable here. Doesn't look like it's doable. So we can go back to the cave to sleep the night away. I'm not seeing an option for a rope climb here. This looks like it's a one-way pass, which is unfortunate, because I'm pretty sure up there is where the gold mine is. Now, the other option to get up there is unfamiliar to me. I know that there's another cabin in this area in Ash Canyon. I just do not recall how to get there. Most thankfully, we found some rose hips. It might be better off if we just head back to our angler's den. And from there, try to set out once again in the next day, since this did not pan out. Oh, there's a rope right there. Hold on, that changes things. The question is, can we make that climb plus more? And I don't know if we have enough energy for that. I would almost argue we should go back to the cave, sleep first, get enough energy, then try to climb. But there is a rope here, so... Okay, I'm gonna argue we do not have enough energy for that rope climb. I think we need to sleep. It's a gamble, but if we don't make it, we'll be in bad shape, and we don't really want to risk it. So let's get back to that cave, then try this rope climb in the morning or in the night, when we have enough energy to do so. The cave's not too far away. Should be able to make this work. Gotta the place out. Let's pick up as many sticks as we can before we get back to that cave to keep the fire burning as long as possible. Good to know that since we don't have enough cloth, we can get as many sticks as possible to burn as much as we want while we climb up there for the night. Hopefully the wind stays in favorable condition here as we deal with this wolf. I'm going to light this torch again just to make sure that this one continues. Drop this, scare the wolf. Unfortunately, he's running in the direction we need to go, so we'll have to probably do that again. And hopefully he doesn't bother us inside the cave. So it's not super cold out right now. But we also don't know what kind of weather we're going to get after we sleep, or while we're sleeping. Where is he? Is he just in front of us? There he is. Okay. Okay, hopefully this time he runs in the opposite direction. He does. Okay, great. These are wolf tracks. Good to know. Okay, the cave should be pretty close here. We'll grab whatever sticks we can. Try to keep a fire going, hopefully for a while. Oh, birch bark, great. Okay, got tons of sticks. Running out of torches here. Oh, he's still running. What are you doing over here? Now we're gonna have to scare him away again. Ay, ay, ay. Why are you causing us problems, Mr. Wolf? Why are you causing us problems? Okay, let's grab these sticks, get inside the cave. Quite a few, actually. We're like a back-breaking amount of sticks. But that's great. That's great for firewood. Especially since we don't have an axe yet, and it's going to be a while before we're going to be able to get any tools. Since we decided to prioritize the hiker's backpack before smithing, or forging, I should say. Oh, great. Another torch here we can turn to a stick. Wonderful. Swap this out here. We're also going to need enough firewood so that we can continue to torch chain up the mountain climb. Okay, and a piece of firewood. Good news. Okay, so there's an optimal spot to start a fire inside a cave. And you have to pay attention to the air temperature here as you walk into the cave. So right now it's 0 degrees. If we walk farther back, the air temperature should... Oh, it's the same. How much farther back do we need to walk? Okay, hold on. Maybe we need to walk forward. I don't want to run out of fire here, so we gotta make sure that we... This is our last torch. We gotta make sure we start the fire right away. Okay, so if I walk forward here, what's the air temperature? -1. Okay, if we walk back... It's 1 degree. So I think if we put the fire right here, the fire will burn in the -1 area of the cave, which should allow the fire to burn longer, if that's how I understood how this works. I may have gotten that wrong. There are a few people in the community that would know. I do. I'm still learning the ropes here of how to correctly start a fire in the cave. But yeah, apparently if the fire is started towards the front of the cave, it will burn longer than if you put it in the back of the cave. And if you put it in the intersection between where the cave is warmer and where it's colder, you can sleep where it's warmer, and the fire will still burn in the colder section, which will keep you warmer longer. That's how I understand it. Okay, 2 pieces of cedar firewood. Let's throw that on the fire. And we got 75 sticks. Jeepers. Okay, we're going to burn some of those for sure. 5 hours of fire. 7 hours of fire. Okay, we'll start with 7 hours of fire, and we may add more sticks. What we're going to do in the meantime, though, is we're going to do some cooking. We're going to add our cooking pot, and we're going to cook water. Do we need to cook water? We could cook water right now, actually, because we can do a little reading while we're here. And having extra water on hand is fine. We can just leave that in the cave. So let's take a look at our books. We have finished the sewing primer, and we can start working on the frozen angler. And since we have some extra energy to burn, not a bad idea. We'll eat a little food. So we have a few calories. And we're going to get to reading this book. It's nice to learn your skills as soon as possible. Now, it sounds like it could be a blizzard starting outside, so we don't want to... We don't want to have to deal with that. I'm going to read for 2 hours while there's daylight. Okay, fire is on for 5 hours. We're warm. We still want to be able to sleep through the night, and we only have 40 sticks left, so we want to sleep for most of this. We don't want to be just reading the whole time, so we can restore our energy for that rope climb. I don't want to get greedy here. So we're going to stop reading. We're going to take our water. And are we going to cook right now? We're not going to cook. We're going to cook in the morning. Let's grab some of these sticks. Also going to grab our cooking utensils just so we don't forget them. In the meantime, craft some sticks. I'm going to throw the sewing primer on the fire. And we have 1 book in our inventory for starting a next fire, so that should be fine. Should be okay. Yay. We have 6.5 liters of water on us. More than enough. We can leave a little in this cave. Add fuel. We're going to add the sewing primer, which we've finished, and the frontier shooting guide. Okay, 5 hours of fire. We have a piece of coal, but we don't need to use it just yet. We're going to put our bedroll down so we have a place to sleep for the night. Now, we want to get as much rest as possible for that climb, so I'm going to probably put on all of the sticks, and maybe even the coal, But the coal is really useful in case of emergency, so we'll try not to use that. We'll try to keep it just the sticks. Okay, add fuel. We're going to add the sticks. 8 hours is pretty good. 9 hours is fantastic because we can still cook after. Let's sleep for 8 hours? How many more sticks do we have? 17. You know what? Let's see if we can sleep for 9 hours. We'll sleep for 9. Make sure we eat enough so we get enough condition restoration to make that rope climb. We want to be very well rested for this expedition. So we're going to eat enough cattail so we don't burn through all of our calories while we sleep. Okay, that should be enough. Top up on some water. Take a look at the fire. 10 hours. Sleep for 9. And hope for good weather in the morning. Ooh, could sleep for 10. Actually might be a better idea. Let's sleep for 10. I really want to make sure we have exactly enough. Exactly enough. As much energy as possible for this climb. Don't want to take any chances. Let's sleep. And it should be daylight by the time we start. It'll be cold though. Okay, we need to pick up our bedroll. It's morning, almost dawn, and we need to start cooking immediately. Cook rose hips. While we cook, we need to start preparing what else we have in our inventory. Prepared rose hips. And throw this on the fire. This goes inside the flask. Cook more rose hips. Let's make sure we put this in the flask. Keep our tea hot. Prepare more rose hips. Now the fire might go out here because we're actually spending quite a bit of time doing this. We should have prepared earlier. Can we cook more? Yes, we can. Let's prepare more. This also reduces a little bit of weight in our backpack. Okay, we need to drink some water. We are thirsty. Put this inside of our flask. Great. Do we need 4? Probably not. We'll cook it anyway because this will be the one we start on the road. It is daylight. We're going to prepare birch bark because it only takes 5 minutes. And should we need to restore condition, we have that ready to go. We'll prepare one more set of rose hips while we wait as well. Okay, so good news is it's daylight and it looks like the weather is good weather. It'll be cold out, but we should be able to manage. How much fire do we have left? We have 12 minutes of fire. Unfortunately, we need torches and we have none. So we're gonna take our utensils here. We're gonna add some fuel. We have a book to add and a stick. Usually I don't like to burn a stick because I always like to have one in the inventory, but in this case we're going to burn it so we have just a couple torches because that wolf we're going to have to deal with up ahead. Okay, we're going to take a torch, put this one out. Take a torch, put this one out. And take the final torch, and we need to get moving right away so we can pass this wolf as fast as possible. Drink this tea to stay warm, get on the road. Start making headway. So hopefully we can bypass this guy with only have to scaring him off once, ideally. So let's go down here. Make our way down towards the rope climb on the left. And let's pick up some sticks along the way because we might want to get another fire going when we get up there. We picked this place over for sticks pretty good, but there's still a few lying around, so let's get what we can. Because we will need another fire. Just a matter of when are we going to be able to start it. Here's the wolf. Hey pal, hey buddy, hey guy. Buddy guy, how you doing? Well, that's your answer for you. Okay, he's running in that direction, which is great. Hopefully he stays running in that direction. What we're going to do is we're going to hightail our butts over here. We'll pick up a torch. Is there another one right here? There is. I don't want to use a whole bunch of stamina here. I just want to get away from the wolf. Put as much distance between him and us as possible. Okay, we have a full stamina wheel. This climb should be doable. We'll probably lose like between a half to 3/4 on the climb. But it should be enough that we'll be okay. Question is, can we make the second climb? That I don't know. Let's get going. Climbing time. So, maybe I overestimated how much stamina it would take. We might have been able to do the climb last time we were near the rope. Or maybe being a little bit extra cautious. But man, did we ever go up that thing fast. Holy cow. Okay. We're on our way to get the hiker's backpack. And I believe we are actually going the correct direction. I believe. I don't know for sure. But I have a good hunch this is the way. I have gotten very lost in Ash Canyon. Multiple times. But I feel like now I'm starting to get a sense of this area. Is this... Oh, this looks like a... It is. This is a place to sleep. That's actually really great news. So we could have stayed here. Snow shelter. How much to repair? 2 sticks. Time for repair 5 minutes. Calories burned 16 calories. Let's repair that so it's... Oh, no, it's at 84% condition. We'll leave it. Okay, now we have our next climb. There is a stopping point right there. I think we can, like, wait. We're gonna eat some cattail. And it was a good thing that I think we slept for those full 10 hours. Because, now knowing that there was another climb ahead of us, I didn't realize. Okay, that should be enough cattail. Drink a bit more water. We're warm for now. We still have the tea in the flask. We're going to climb up to the resting spot. And thanks for Tolask for telling us that we could do this. I never knew you could actually rest mid-climb. So now we know. You have to pay attention to both your exhaustion level on the left with the eye symbol and your stamina on the right with the hand there. So we should be able to just turn right here. Ledge. Get on the ledge. Okay. That should reset our stamina. Great. Cedar firewood. Could have a little fire right here. Don't really need it. How many torches do we have left? 3. Okay. Including the one we're holding. That should reset our stamina. We should be able to continue up the climb. Here we go. Okay, didn't completely reset our stamina. That kind of puts us at a disadvantage here. And man, are we ever getting tired. We should be able to make it up to the top. But now we're going to need to find some place to rest as soon as possible. Oh my god, we did not have enough stamina. Oh, please, no. Oh. F word. Come on. If we fall once, we got to go all the way back down. I'm not chancing it. I think we made it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, that was so... We got so lucky. Okay, okay, Rosep's here. We need to get a fire going right away, or find a shelter to sleep. We have a bedroll, but we don't have any way of making a snow shelter. So I think there are sometimes snow shelters along the way. There might be another one up ahead, or a cave. We gotta look for that right away. Maple sapling. Okay, but we made the most dangerous part of the journey, that climb. That is complete. Oh my god, there's another rope. Hold on. How in the world are you supposed to do this? We don't have a snow shelter. There was a snow shelter below. We could climb back down, but that would put us in a pretty bad spot. That would put us in a bad spot. Sleeping outside is like... I don't know, man. I could get a fire going, but we don't have much for firewood. There is this little outcropping here, which would be protection from the winds. Ooh. Hey, I was not expecting to make this decision here. Going down, we would not have enough stamina. We would have a very high chance of falling and injuring ourselves. How much firewood do we have? 1. Put coal. Very little firewood. Very little firewood to sleep for long to get any restorative condition back. This is not good. We would just have to turn around. We would get enough to turn around, then sleep in the snow shelter, then try to make the climb up again, but we could freeze in the snow shelter. I didn't realize how hard it would be to get this backpack. This is a bigger challenge than I thought. Okay, so let's decide here. We can warm up with a fire. We can try to climb this rope, but it is a huge climb. And we're going to need a lot more stamina than we currently have. Sleeping for 4 hours, if we're lucky to get that long, might be able to get to that ledge. It might be doable, but it's a gamble. Okay. I'm going to say this here. This could be a run-ending decision. This could backfire terribly. We're going to place a fire. We're going to try to sleep outside. Torch, cattail head, cedar, firewood. We're going to use the accelerant. Why? Because I want to make sure this fire starts, and I want to make sure we can make this work. Okay, coal stick. We're going to use that, and we're going to use the coal. That's 2 hours. That's not even for... we're going to harvest these for sticks, add this onto the fire. It's a 3-hour sleep. Maybe 4 hours sleep. Might be really cold because we're putting the bedroll on snow. But we did put coal on the fire. So that's better than nothing. Could burn the fishing angler book. Might be worth doing that actually, just for a little bit more firewood. Screw the skill. We're just throwing all our wood on here. Yep. 4 hours. I want to make this work. Harvest for a stick. Get close to 4 hours. That might be just enough energy to make it up there. Let's take a look at our tea situation. Not great. Where is our tea transfer? We're going to drink some tea right now to stay warm for a little while. Warmth bonus. Eat a little cattail. We're going to sleep for 4 hours. Fire's on for just about that time. It might not be enough stamina. It just might not be enough. Bedroll bonus. Should be okay. We're going to sleep for 4. Do we need more? Probably. We're going to sleep for 5. We'll be possibly cold by then. But we will have rested, and the fire should stay warm for a little while after it burns out. Yeah, okay, that might be enough. Okay. We're still warm. Magically, we have daylight, so it's not the coldest part of the day. This is all we got. Let's, fingers crossed, hope that we make it up this climb. Because if not, we're in a bad spot. This is a big climb. Okay, here we go. Drink water. Cattail. And let's go. We're going to get to the ledge and make sure that we wait long enough to get our stamina back. And hopefully we were able to do that. We might be exhausted by the time we get to the ledge. Oh. This is stressful, guys. It doesn't even look like we have enough stamina to get to the ledge. You gotta be kidding me. I should have dropped some weight. Oh god, no. Come on. Oh shoot. It's possible. Come on. If we slip once, I think we gotta go back down. Come on. How much did we lose? We lost a lot. Okay, second slip is for sure down. I don't think it's possible. Yeah, we gotta go down. We gotta go down. There's no chance. We might even, like, fall here. God. I thought that would work. That was the third time. Come on, get off the rope, get off the rope, get off the rope. Get off the rope. Okay, we're not dead. We didn't take any damage. But holy crap. Okay, if we put a bedroll here. This is a gamble. If we put a bedroll here, how warm can we be? I know I saw a spot to put this thing. Come on. There. Feels like -6. Bedroll bonus. Yeah, it's not. It's not warm. There's a snow shelter below. We could try to sleep in the snow shelter below and then try to climb up again. Or we have to figure out a way, which would be the long way around to get to the backpack. And I think we might have done this the wrong way. Okay. There's not much point to taking map here. We gotta get down. Can I goat down? Probably. Oh no, I don't know if I can goat down. I might be able to goat down, I might not. The safest way to do this is to goat. Because then we don't do the rope climb. And the goat looks really sketchy. Possible, but like also like could be run-ending goat. But the rope climb is going to be just as bad because we have no stamina left. We can't even run. So that's a very likely fall from the rope climb. But we need to get down there. Damn it. Gotta turn around. Okay. We're gonna do the rope climb. We don't have a choice. And we gotta get back to Ango's Den. This just did not work out as planned. There's a chance that we could sleep in that snow shelter and it could keep us warm without a fire, but there's a chance that it wouldn't keep us warm without the fire. So I think we've recovered as much stamina as we're going to be able to. Let's go and hope that we just do not fall. We're too encumbered to climb. Can't even climb, so we have to goat. We're stuck here. Holy crap. Talk about bad decisions. I underestimated how hard of a climb this would be. I just didn't think it'd be that bad. This is the quote-unquote shortcut. And this is the goat, so we've committed now, can't go back up. Okay, so far, so good. Goat's holding up. Could get a sprain, but we're okay at the moment. This looks like the best way right here, but this is also pretty sketchy. I don't like that way. Looks like this might be better. Oh, that's a long fall. Okay, this is the better way. Sprained wrist, not bad. Can deal with that. We have bandages. Okay, we made the goat. Snow shelter is here. Good to know you can goat there. So, only option is to get a full night's rest here with no firewood, and I don't even know if that's possible because I just don't know if this will keep us warm. It could, it's a shelter, it just might not. Okay, let's eat a little cattail. Let's get inside the snow shelter, see what happens. Do we warm up? Use. Okay, we're warming up inside the snow shelter. If we sleep, we have rest. If we sleep, it's feels like 9 degrees. We might be able to do this. This might be possible after all. We have enough food for like a 10-hour rest, which is what we need to be able to make that climb. I think we need like a 12-hour rest, to be honest. We need a 10-hour rest, wake up, drink some water, rest again, so we're like fully rested, then make the climb. I think that's the only way we're going to make it up there. Hoping that the shelter is going to keep us warm enough. I'm going to survey here. Okay. Let's Stone Shelf Cave. So, in relation to where we had to go through English Den, then come through here. It's like you have to go up and then down. It's like a zigzag pattern. Okay. Well, we have enough water. No firewood. We burned our book. We're gonna drink. We're gonna eat enough for a 10-hour rest and hope that we do not freeze to death. Here we go. Oh wait, we need a bit more. Okay, we were like, we're down to the wire, guys. Down to the wire. 10 hours. Let's just hope it stays warm outside. Okay. Wow, we've recovered a lot. It stayed warm outside. By some miracle, no blizzard, we're okay. We still need a little bit more rest, though, before we continue. We need to be fully rested for this climb. Now I know better. I'm going to rest for another 3 hours. Four hours. Let's sleep. Okay. Fully rested. It's almost dawn. If this does not make the climb, I don't know what else to do. It's gonna be cold outside. Don't have a way to start a fire, so we just gotta start climbing. Don't run, just use all of our energy for the climb. Here we go. Okay, stamina is looking good. Exhaustion, not too bad. Should be able to make this here. Could make the full climb. I don't want to chance it though. I'm not going to chance it. We're going to be smart about this. Going to try to stay warm here. Can we find some shelter from wind? This does not make a difference, unfortunately. Okay. Watch that fill up. Wait for that to fill up before we continue. It is cold, and we have one more climb to do after this, so. Okay, stamina's back. Let's climb. Here we go. So by the time we get to the top of the mountain, if we get to the top of the mountain, we're going to be pretty damn cold. And we don't have a way of starting a fire, so we'll be at hypothermia risk and needing to find some way to mitigate that. Plus no torch to defend against wolves. We made it this far. We still have lots of energy left. Looks like there's another way to go down the mountain there. Good to know. Okay. Here's the next climb. Let's make sure we have full stamina before we begin. We are now into the cold zone. Full stamina. Let's begin. We need to just make it to that ledge. Unfortunately, though, when you're not like fully energized, you move a little bit slower on your climb. It looks like we're going to be able to make it to that ledge. Still cutting it close, though. Okay, come on. Ledge. Okay, we made it to the ledge. Fantastic news. What's this? Fire log. Okay, great. Well, we could start a fire here and warm up. Honestly, we could really use it. Now is the time. I wish we had accelerant, though, and we'd have to burn some matches, but it would be worth it. 67% chance of success. Let's wait here. Warm up with some tea. Because we don't want to risk hypothermia. Got lucky with the first fire. Have no other fuel to add. But we do have a cooking pot. We do have a skillet. And we can cook prepared birch bark or rosehip tea. We're going to do the rosehip tea. I'll pick this up. I'm going to take the rosehips out of our flask here. Just warm it up beside the fire. Okay. On the mountain climb. And drink this now. This should warm us up and prevent the hypothermia. Wait for this. Pick this up. Put this inside the flask. Great. Our cooking pot. We're gonna cook. We don't need to cook anything else. We're gonna pick this up. Prepare some rosehips in our inventory while we warm up by the fire. The fire is not keeping us warm, actually, at all, which is unfortunate. So, we're gonna take some torches, some sticks here. Sticks could maybe keep us more warm, but it's not gonna output that much more heat. So, we're just gonna take 2 torches, 3 torches, 5. We'll take 5. We have a little bit of tea in the flask, which will keep us warm for a little while for the climb. Okay, eat a little food. And drink some tea. It's gonna be as warm as we can stay until we can get to our next fire. We have full stamina as much as we can. Let's hopefully finish this climb without having any issues. We're pretty close to the top. We should be able to make it. Man, oh man. Wow, we're running out of stamina fast. Holy crap. Complete exhaustion by the time we get to the top here, but I think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna make it. Looks like we've made it. Okay, we've made it. Barely. Please tell me there's no other rope climb left to do. Can't afford another rope climb. We're cooked. Alright. I'm pretty sure this is close to where the gold mine is. Which is where the hiker's backpack is. Which is the quest that we are still currently on. Yet we have definitely jeopardized our condition to get there. So it's arguable if it was worth it or not. We're also out of food. And while we do have a bedroll to be able to sleep, we still need to find shelter to be able to do that, and we have not found shelter yet. Now, this looks very familiar to me. I do remember this area once before when I was lost in Ash Canyon, and I'm pretty sure what I did was I ended up goating down right here, which took us directly to the gold mine. I believe it was this way. It's a bit of a sketchy goat. Now, we do have a sprained wrist, so I want to make sure... Oh, we healed it from sleeping earlier. Okay, we don't have a sprained wrist. And we do have still have a dangerous goat right here. This is not a fun goat. We gotta be careful. Let's go slow. Okay, that's good. This is very steep. Okay, so far so good. We're gonna head this way. Got a sprained ankle. We can deal with that. Not a problem. And I am like 99% sure that that is in fact the gold mine that I see up ahead. Use this on our foot. And if so, I know we can sleep in that mine. I think this is it, guys. We just got super duper uber lucky. But before we go in there, I really want to make sure that I map where this is, so I know how to get back here, or like what part of the map this area is for future runs. That information is super useful. There's a crate here. Creep. You can take a poke around, see what we find. Little waterfall. Let's get across over here. Swap out our torch. We have 4 left. It's a bit of a walk through there. We have to take our shoes off to walk through the water inside, because there's some water in the gold mine. Yeah, mining camp. Look at this. Holy cow. Is there any resources here we can pick up? Anything of useful utility? So far, it doesn't look like it. We'll have to get inside. But we should be able to warm up in there. We should. To mine. Wait. Before we go in here, before we go back in, I want to go back outside and I want to make sure we map. How cold are we? We can take a chance for mapping. This is just super useful information, even though we lose condition. Mining camp. And it is on the very northwest side of the map. Okay, good to know. That's huge information. That's huge. That information is going to make this and all future runs that much more successful. Gold mine, Ash Canyon. Got a jerry can. And a scarf and some chips. And a field dressing your kill book and some coal. Oh, lovely day. By some miracle, we have managed to make it up that rope climb and make it to the coal mine to be able to get the backpack. That's just massive news. We're gonna start a fire here, just so we can take some torches through the mine. I want to make sure that we have the ability to do that. I'm gonna accelerate this fire with the lamp oil. And we're gonna also do some cooking as well. Let's add some fire, stick, yes, and the piece of coal since we just got it. How we do looking on water? We're looking pretty good on water. Maybe we added a little bit too much fire. We probably didn't necessarily need all of it, but let's cook some rose hips. We're gonna put that in our flask. Okay. Do we need to cook anything else? Probably not. Could get this beard wound dressing. We need to sleep, and but we'll be able to find a place to sleep in this mine. We're also warming up in here, so that's just good news. We eat those ketchup chips because they're in low condition, and before they get worse. I am over the moon that we made that climb. I really wasn't sure if we were going to be able to make it. I was like, oh, did I just make a terrible decision? And God, I am so grateful we made it. That was harrowing. Well, I now know that if we ever go that way again, you need to be incredibly prepared for that climb. Having enough firewood and enough of whatever you need to make it. Okay, so this here is water. Now, I've been here before, I know the deal. We got to get rid of our shoes and our socks so we don't get completely obliterated by this water here. And I don't think it makes our pants cold, so we should be okay. Now there's a few spots where there's water, so we're just going to leave our socks and shoes off for now. We're still warming up though, which is great, so that's good news. I don't think we're risking frostbite at the moment. Oh, I'm just so relieved. Oh, I literally thought that was going to be the end of the run, and it was going to be a really sad, depressing walk back or trying to find the way around. I'm so worried about that. I'm so glad that didn't happen. I'm so grateful we made it. Ooh, I think these work gloves are actually really useful. I think these are better than the fleece mittens, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they are. Well, in the current condition, yeah, they are. Even in lower condition. Wow, great. Okay, that's a huge find. Awesome. We got work gloves. We will take those running shoes because we can get cured leather with those. Ooh, another piece of coal. Oh man, I just can't get over it. I can't get over it. I'm just thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled. Oh, that was so stressful. I can't believe we made it. I mean, it's not like we're completely out of the woods yet in this run. The world is going to get really cold pretty quickly, and we don't really have the means to be able to withstand that yet, because we're going to need pelts, and we haven't even started hunting. We don't even have a bow or a knife or hatchet, so foraging is also going to be another problem. But just to be able to make it to the mine here to get the backpack is such a huge achievement. I'm just over the moon. Even if this run ends, and I mean, I obviously don't want it to, but even if it does, making it here to this guy right here, The technical backpack. This was the quest we were on, and by some miracle, we made it. By the skin of our teeth. A sturdier backpack with all the bells and whistles. You can carry more gear before becoming encumbered. Beautiful. Look at that. Plus 5 kilograms. Technical backpack. Glad I had my good pack with me on this trip. Some chest pain on the trek past the high falls, but I expected that after the last surgery. Just gonna hunker down in here until the storm passes. Tomorrow, high point at Wolf's Jaw, and then head for home. Oh, and crampons? Oh, this just keeps getting better. We got crampons. Traction for your feet, rope climbing drains less stamina, sprains are less frequent, and you can travel with more confidence over weak ice. Just sign me up. Is it not? Are we not wearing it? I thought we were. Where? Wait, did it disappear? I'm so confused. What? What? Oh, we're wearing it. It doesn't look like we're wearing it. Hold on, can I just like... If I drop that? Pick that up again? It's like not working. Maybe you can't wear it in here. I don't know what's going on. Dog food, coal. We have them though, so we can figure it out later. Maybe there's a bug or a glitch. Accelerant, nice, coal, coal. Oh my god. A crafting table in here. Craft something. I can't believe we did it. I can't believe we did it. A few of you guys mentioned that you would be okay with longer episodes. And I might consider doing that. You know what I might do is I might do a trial run of a long episode. And I'll just see how it looks for like watch time. I'll just pay attention to the watch time performance for that episode. If a lot of people are liking it or they don't like how long it is, your feedback is just super useful because I would actually enjoy doing longer episodes for the Long Dark, and I might do them. But yeah, I mean, also like everyone only has so much time in a day, right? So yeah, I guess we'll play it by ear. Okay, so we could sleep. We should sleep. And then we need to figure out where we're going for tomorrow morning. And I don't know. I've been out the other opposite direction this way. So since we have the technical backpack, let's start a fire here. Can we cook anything? We don't really have any food. Well, we have a little bit of food. We have canned dog food. The sardines are dangerous, so we're just gonna drop those. We're not even gonna consider that as food. We have a little bit of food to get by. We now need to figure out what our next plan is. And so we got the technical backpack in day 10. So we still have 10 days to prepare for the cold. But to do that, we need to start making our way out of Ash Canyon, which is where we are, through Timberwolf Mountain, back to Pleasant Valley, and onto the railway line, which is where we'll be able to find a forge to be able to make a knife and a hatchet, which is very important. So that's our next goal. That's our next quest, is to start forging. Wow. I'm just so relieved. Okay, well, while we're basking in relief, let's sleep. This bed is plus 5 degrees of warmth. Tell me we've got a bedroll. Yes, we did. Okay, this bedroll is plus 4.8. So this is actually warmer than our current bedroll. We'll pick that up and we'll sleep in here. We'll light a match for a torch in the morning. Let's make sure we eat enough food. We eat the dog food. Now, we do have the option of going to Black Rock from Ash Canyon, I believe. There might be a transition. However, because it's getting pretty cold out, and Black Rock is actually a pretty difficult place with timber wolves, I think that we should just head back to the railway line and just skip it entirely. I think that would be the wisest course of action. Because the sooner we're able to forge, the sooner we can get firewood, we can be able to harvest deer carcasses faster, we can get hides and a bow. That's going to make the difference, all the difference for being able to survive. Okay. Let's sleep. We're going to sleep through the night, 10 hours into the night. I don't want to go that long 8 hours is going to put us right at the end of the day anyway. So we might as well go for 10. It's going to be nighttime regardless, so we'll do 10. Okay, let's take a look at our condition here. So we have real dressing or kill, which we can start reading when we're able to. We have a little bit of coal for firewood, which is great, and that will keep us warm. We have some beard wound dressing. We can just craft this into the dressing right now. Drink some water. It's time to get on the road. So our next objective here is to just get to safety and get to a hut or a cabin. Now I remember there was a cabin, but I think that cabin might be on this corner of the map. To get back where we need to go now, our objective is to get to Timberwolf Mountain, and that transition is on the opposite end of the map. So we need to get through to Angler's Den. If we get to Angler's Den, it's very easy traversal from Angler's Den to Timberwolf Mountain. Getting here is going to be the challenging part because I don't know how to get there from here. So we're not out of the woods yet. Our goal for likely the remainder of this episode is to get to Angler's Den. I think that'll be our goal for today. And yeah, today we'll see how much time we run. We might do a 2 hour. We'll see. Okay, let's get a move on. We don't have much food. We're going to need to find food along the way. Eat a little cattail. Are we looking inside of our flask? We have... Okay, well, let's harvest these sticks first. Probably going to start a little fire, warm up the tea in the flask, and maybe drink a cup before we get going, because it's going to be nighttime while we travel. We've been carrying around this stupid heavy mountaineering rope this entire time and have not found a single use for it. I'm just going to leave this somewhere where we don't... I have never seen a place to use this. I've never seen a place to use this. It feels... I know it's not useless, but it feels useless, okay? It feels useless. I'm not happy with having carried that around this entire time and thought we would need it, and we didn't end up using it. I'm very cross with this mountaineering rope. Okay. So, we're out of rose hips. How much tea do we have in the flask? I think it was 2 cups. Yeah, we do. Okay, we have 2 cups of tea. So we're starting a fire. We're carrying... We have 35 pounds of carry weight. This ragged cotton scarf is worth harvesting for cloth. And I would say that the shoes, alternatively, are good for harvesting for cured leather, which we will grab right now. Okay, great. Unfortunately, we're going to harvest this for 10 minutes. Fortunately, we are now hungry. It sounds like it's blizzarding outside, which is bad news for us, because we are running low on food. Okay, we only have 3 cattail. This spray paint can could be useful, but we haven't really found a need for it yet, since we have a pretty good feeling for Ash Canyon at the moment. How are we looking here? Can we repair this? Cured leather. Everything costs cured leather repair. That's not great. Can't repair in the dark. Well, there is somewhere here a fire barrel, and we're going to start a fire. Because we need fire. I'm going to take that... Nah, I'm going to leave the charcoal. I'm going to start the fire. Torch, cattail head, reclaimed wood stick. Start fire. You know, it might just depend on the episode. I think maybe some episodes will go longer, some will go shorter. It'll depend on the day. Every day is different, you know? Every day is different. Okay, add fuel. Reclaim wood. Okay, stick. We'll leave the sticks for now. We do want to... Do we want to cook? We're going to place our cooking pot. We don't want to leave this behind. We're going to cook some water. We'll place another cooking skillet. Do that as well. Okay, and then we're going to take our tea out of our flask here. Put this on the ground. Warm it up by the fire. Drop it. Okay, there we go. Too close to another object. There we go. That should warm up. Great. How many torches do we have? We got 5. We're going to need to pick up some torches from the fire as well. Okay. I believe there's an exit out there. I don't think there's anything else over here. Just this bin. There's nothing in there, though. We could do some clothing repairs on the ragged work gloves. So we'll probably do that. Actions. Repair. This take 30 minutes. That shouldn't burn our tea as far as I'm aware. Okay, we failed. That's hot. Let's go back to our flask and transfer this back in here. It's unfortunate we failed. Let's try again. We're hungry now. Thankfully, you can still repair while you're hungry. Great. 100% condition. Great. Non-potable water. Take that. Take that. Okay. Fire. Add fuel. We're going to add a piece of coal. Can we cook anything? We can cook prepared birch bark, which gives us 100 calories. We don't need it right now, so we're just going to leave it in our inventory for when we actually need it. I'm going to pick these up. How much water do we got? 3.75 liters. That's plenty. Okay, we have the ability to go cook some or drink some tea in our flask. Harvest this torch for a stick. We are in starvation mode. And we're going to need some torches to get us through the night. Now, I believe our traversal back to Angler's Den should be relatively straightforward. But I don't know how to get there from here. We may be doing some mountain goating. Oops, add stick. There we go. Okay. Let's get a move on. How many torches? 10. Not a lot, but enough. Actually, sounds like it's still blizzarding outside. We might not be going anywhere. I'm pretty sure the transition is right here, too. Might not be. Oh, hey, wait a minute. We gotta put our shoes back on. I forgot. We haven't been wearing those this entire time we've been in the cave. Okay. It might not be too bad outside. It might sound worse than it is. We'll go a little further into the cave, see what we find here before we go out anyway. Maybe put a bedroll just outside and a campfire. So we can just quickly depart when we're ready. Sounds pretty rough though. I think we're gonna leave the torch in here before we go take a look outside. Oh. It's the one thing about the long dark. When you have a good run going, it can really stress you out because you just don't want it to end. And there's so many moments in this game that can really leave you in a state of like, oh god, are we gonna survive? Yeah, let's check the mine. How bad is it? Is it a blizzard? It's not a blizzard. It's actually not a blizzard. Okay, hold on, let's go back inside. What I wanna do here is light the torch. This guy. And take map outside here so I know exactly where we are. Okay, let's get a handle of this. Oh, low visibility conditions. Rough. Okay, well, we need to go this way anyway. Problem is, we don't know when the next shelter is. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this just turns us around here. Oh, this takes us back the way we came. Oh, well in that case, we're actually doing pretty good, and I know where to go. And we should have enough energy to get down here. This is not the big climb, this is the lesser climb. And we can goat here, because we goated down here before. Only question is, can we goat safely once again? And I think we can, as long as we're careful. Let's not get overconfident and just be very careful about goating down here. Okay. So there's that. And there's this. This looks a little safer, sort of, but then it looks like it's gonna fall, so I think we gotta go this way. Ooh, that was a little fall. That was a little fall. Okay, here we go. Good news so far. This is doable. Just be very careful. It's much harder to goat in the dark. Okay, sprained ankle we can deal with. We'll wait till we get to the bottom though. Now, I believe I need to go here. If I remember correctly. Yes. So far, so good. Doable. Ow. Minor bruising, sprained wrist, sprained ankle. Okay, torn clothing. Not great. Could be worse, though. Could be worse. That's a little bit of fall still. Should be able to make it from here. Here we go. Okay, we're on solid footing at the snow shelter. We could just sleep here for a little while we try to warm up and wait for the day to come. Might not even need to bandage ourselves if we do that. Let's use this. We will lose our fire though, which is okay because we still have a lot of matches. Let's rest here for a little while. Drink a little water first, and eat a little cattail. We can eat the remaining cattail so we don't lose condition and we can actually restore a little bit, which I think will be the plan. It's middle of the night. Let's rest. I'd rather be rested than non-rested. We'll lose our torch here, but that's okay. Our plan is just to make it back to Angler's Den. Should be able to do that. Okay. Rest. How long do we want to rest for? 4 hours is pretty good. Let's sleep for 4. That'll warm us up too. Snow shelters are surprisingly amazing. I don't know how well they do in a blizzard, but they are pretty good. And that healed all our afflictions there. Great. Okay, so which clothes do we rip? Everything's in pretty good condition. Their socks look like they got in bad condition. Could repair these 15 minutes. Let's do it. We're in the snow shelter. Failed. Just keep them a little bit warmer. Failed again. Okay, forget it. We'll do it later. We have no food now. And if we get to Angler's Den, there should be some cattail around there. And we should be able to survive off that. And we'll have to find some food along the way into Timberwolf Mountain. Ideally, we find food in Ash Canyon before we get to Timberwolf Mountain. Like something like 20 cattail would be ideal. Okay, we're in starvation mode now. However, seems like everything out here is in pretty decent in terms of weather, so we should be okay to make our way down. Now, do we need a torch right now? We do not. I'm just curious, can we goat down here without needing to take the rope climb? Possibly. Let's see, can we... we can wear these when we're outside. Sure footing, great. I think it'd be better here just to take the rope climb. Because we are fully rested and we have enough stamina to do it. Once we do this rope climb, we don't have any more. And since we have the crampons, it should make it a lot easier for us to make that climb. It's pretty nice find, getting the technical backpack and the crampons. I mean, you can craft them, but that's a pretty good find. Like, that's pretty good loot in Interloper, I gotta say. Okay, here we go. Here's the climb. Now, we'll need to start a torch once we get to the bottom because there's the wolf. But we should be able to make it down here with relative ease and no issues. Problem is now it's pretty cold out and we're gonna need a way to stay warm, and the tea is no longer warm in our bag. I'm gonna imagine that the tea is definitely cold. Yes, it is. So we're gonna start our torch here. We're gonna keep an eye out for sticks on the way back, and hopefully we can get enough so that... Ay, already? How'd you see us already? Hypothermia risk. Problem is I can't see him and I don't know how close he is. Oh, he's right there. Okay. Okay. Okay, hypothermia risk. So we need to find some... need to find a way to get some warmth. We can start a fire in that cave, which would be a good idea. We have a little coal on us. Not sure how many sticks we have on our inventory. We need to get at least one stick. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, you're right there. Okay. super creepy when their eyes glow green in the dark. Fortunately, we have to keep walking towards them. So let's scare him off a few times. He's over there. Oh, here's a stick. We just need one. We can burn coal. He's back already. Come on, scram. It seems like wolves will aggro. Their aggro speed changes. I don't know if it's random or if, like, in certain conditions they aggro quicker than others. So, like, if you scare them off in the day, it seems like they just leave for a lot longer, but in the night they are more quicker to re-aggro again. I could be wrong. It seems that way. It could also be random. I haven't been able to pick up on that yet. The whatever is the definite actual cause of how it works. Okay. Not too far from cave. A few sticks. That's great. Shouldn't get hypothermia. Is that the cave right there? I think that is the cave right there, actually. Yeah, it is. Yeah, let's get in here first. Warm up. Once we're warm, we'll head back to Angler's Den. This is a pretty good. Getting the technical backpack by day 10 is not the worst. It's not the worst. It does set us up pretty good for the rest of the run in terms of being able to carrying capacity. Especially if we get a moose hide satchel later on. I don't know how we're going to go about doing that. I've never hunted a moose before. Or deer, effectively, for that matter. Okay. We're gonna start a fire. Torch, cattail head, stick. Yes, let's get it going. Hopefully we'll have fire starting level 3 here soon. I think one of the challenges of doing long episodes is my voice gets tired. Even though I want to keep going, I'll be like, my voice starts to give out, and I need a break. I'm impressed by streamers who can go for 4 hours long. I find that very impressive. That's actually quite difficult to do. The one downside about, like, doing this is that you're sitting down a lot, and I need to get up and move my body too. So I should get out to the gym or go for a walk or something. It's healthy. Okay, cool. Add 2 pieces. Great, that should warm us up. And we'll take tea out of our flask. First, we'll harvest these sticks. And we will get some more firewood. We'll transfer this out of the flask. Drop these to warm them up. Wonderful. How much water are we carrying on us? 3 liters. We could cook more water. How much weight are we carrying? Yeah, let's cook more water. We'll do 3 liters. We're gonna need water soon enough anyway, and we have the carrying capacity for it, so it's fine. Might as well use the campfire while it's here. Okay. Put these back in the flask. Get a stick. We have survived so far. Doing okay. It doesn't look like you can repair crampons. Maybe not. Maybe you can. Okay. What needs to be repaired while we wait? There was something, I believe, that needed to be worked on. I think it was these socks. Let's repair these now. Wait for the water. Healed our hypothermia risk. Fantastic. % condition. 81%. That could be repaired. Same with the sweater. Let's do the sweater first. Oops. Repair. Failed that. That up, non-potable water. It is dawn. This wouldn't be a bad time to actually cook birch bark tea. But I think by the next time we sleep, we'll be fine and we'll restore that condition anyway, so I'm just going to leave it in our inventory for an emergency situation. Okay. This mountaineering rope, I think I'm just going to leave at Angler's Den. I don't see a reason to take it all the way through with us to Timberwolf Mountain. Maybe there's a reason. Excuse me, I haven't come across one yet, though. Okay. Interplug. Let's see, take a look at our skills. How are we doing? Day 11. Almost cooking level 3. That's good news. Fire starting. Not quite there yet. Mending is almost level 2, but mending level 2 is just kind of meh. It's like meh ding. Level 2. Non-potable water. Not quite there yet. We could read for an hour. Can't read because we're hungry. Never mind. Is there anything else we can do? Not really. Our bedroll's in pretty decent condition. Oh. Okay, well, all we need to do is make it through that pass and get back to Angler's Den. And sometimes the bear can be around there, so hopefully we don't have to deal with the bear. Take the bottle of water and our cooking pot. How many torches we have? We have 6. We're going to take the rest of the torches from the campfire. We're going to go find ourselves some food, which is our now priority number 1. Food and our base camp shelter in that side of Ash Canyon, which is Angler's Den. Okay, dawn. Tea's in the bag. How long till it gets cold? It'll take a little while. Don't need to drink it just yet. Wait. Okay. Let's keep an eye out for sticks and for rose hips. We can avoid starvation. And cattail. I'm pretty sure there's a wolf up there. Don't want to come across him. Here's the danger part. This rock can have a bear circling around it, and hopefully we don't have to deal with that, and hopefully he has not spawned. We'll find out soon enough. The funny thing about this game is that the cougar usually shows up right about the time when the world starts to get real cold. Like, not only is the world cold, but now you have to deal with cougars too. Ain't that fun? Yes, it is. Okay. Stick. That's a few. That's something. That's not, we can't eat sticks, unfortunately. At least, I don't think you can. Not that I'm aware of it. You could try, I suppose. I don't know how well your digestive system's gonna be able to handle a stick inside of its stomach. But hey, maybe. Maybe there's some nutrition factor in there. Some fiber. That'll do you some good. Okay, don't eat sticks in real life, please. That's probably a bad idea. Okay. Stick. Lots of them. So far, so good. No sign of any large wildlife, which is good news. Okay, we're back inside the canyon. Ah, burdock root. If only we had an axe or a hacksaw. I don't think we can get this. Nope. A knife, hatchet, dry bar. Pretty much any tool. We don't have any tools yet. So that's our next priority, is get tools once we get out of Ash Canyon. Back to Timberwolf. Now to get out of here, we gotta go over there. And we're gonna follow the creek, because the creek is gonna have cattail, which we need. The risk of hypothermia. Could be wolves nearby. I don't want to get lost out here. Okay, cattail. Number 1 priority is food and warmth. So now it's cold. Actually, speaking of that, I forget we had the tea in our bag. Let's drink this now. That should keep us... delay some hypothermia. Warming up. Won't stay warm for long. Alright, we can hopefully find some cattail. Here we go. And this is food. I'll grab the tinder because we'll need it anyway. don't know how much tinder we have in our inventory right now, but we've probably been burning through a lot considering how many fires we've started since we last collected tinder. Following the creek should take us back to Angler's Den. Okay, plenty. There's lots of cattail in Ash Canyon, which is really awesome. Because that's like a really great food source. We have 5 pieces in our inventory. We ideally want like 20 or more before we head to Timberwolf Mountain, because Timberwolf Mountain is a little bit less scarce on cattail and resources than Ash Canyon for plant food. You gotta get a little bit more lucky with carcasses. I see a wolf up ahead over there. Hopefully we're not headed in that direction, so, well, we'll try to stay away from him. Continue following the creek up this way. Stay off that side. Okay, wind's picking up. Hopefully it doesn't blow out our torch. We need to drink that last piece of... Ah, I see the hut. Okay, we made it back. Hypothermia risk once again. Now, this is close to the wolf, but the food is really useful. But since the wind's picking up, could blow up the torch. It's kind of a risk. Not worth it. We're just gonna poke around here. See if we can find some cattail that's nearby. There's some over here. Grab this. Then we'll head back inside. So if the torch blows out, it's okay. We won't have to worry about a wolf. It's not a lot, but it's some. It's enough that we'll be able to sleep. Be able to restore condition with the sleep without being hungry while we're sleeping. Might not be enough for travel, but... Wait a minute. What's up here? This is a carcass. That could be a game changer. I'm pretty sure that this is not a carcass. I think this is a corpse. I don't know if I can get up there, though. Maybe? No, not from this angle. Maybe from around. This might be a one-way... Might be only one way to get up here, and I don't know if I can get up here from here. Maybe. Ooh, wait a minute. I see wood. Pretty sure this is just a corpse, but there might be something useful here. I remember there maybe being something useful here. Wait, what's up here? Yeah, it's just a corpse. Some reclaimed wood, that's nice, and some cloths. We'll take that. That's better than nothing. It was worth it. That box could be useful to break down, but we're too cold to do that right now. How are we looking on hypothermia? Okay. Stay outside a little longer. Don't need to drink that tea, we can save it for later. Be optimal. And, okay. Angler's Den's here. Probably a good time to just go back inside. And, call it a day. Did we get the key? I don't think we got the key for that box. We did not. Bummer. Okay. Alright. You know what would be a really useful tool in this game? A compass. Jeez, a compass would just be massive. I'm surprised there's no compass in this game. That'd be just such a useful tool. Maybe there is a compass in this game, I just haven't come across it, but I have never seen a compass in my, like, 110 hours of playing this game, which is what the recorded hours is on Steam. Okay. Right, we had flour in here, and some water. Okay, and arrowheads we'll have to take with us. Do we need to start a fire? Probably not, unless we want to make more water. I don't think we need to. How are we doing on matches? We have 24 matches. Doing okay on matches. We'll need to find some more soon, but we're alright. Little wood. Look at that. Oh, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful thing to see right here. Beautiful. Okay, got 20 cattail. Hey, what was I talking about? I said we needed about roughly 20 cattail to get out of here, and look at exactly what we have collected. Fantastic. Okay, harvest the stick. Do we need to sleep before we head out? Not necessarily. but it wouldn't be a bad idea. Just don't need to. Could repair this with scrap metal. Take 30 minutes, but we don't need to just yet. We need to collect more scrap metal. Don't have a hacksaw. Okay, I'm going to move this carpet here. Make it feel a little more cozy inside. How are we looking on Tinder? Plenty. Plenty. Don't need any more. Just pop that in there. Okay, you can actually pop 2 in here. Alright, coal, field dressing your kill. So, best idea here is to just do our research reading, because this is a skill that's going to come in handy soon enough. We need to be able to get more food. And meat is a very useful source of food. And being able to harvest that meat faster is also very useful, especially because the world's going to get colder. But traveling is also just as equally useful, because we need to get the heck out of Dodge, and it's already day 11, and we only basically have 9 days to get warm before the cold settles in. And that's 9 days of making our way from Ash Canyon, ideally to Coastal Highway and Desolation Point. So, we have a journey ahead of us. I would like to make it to Mountain Town in this run, but it might be a while before we do that. Now, if we go to region map, oh, I can't see. Oh, I can flip between here. Pleasant Valley. Okay. Thompson's Crossing. So, if I remember correctly, when we go through Timberwolf Mountain, hold on, this is Timberwolf Mountain. Okay, so, oh god, I don't even remember where we were. Okay, system memento hint. I think we get to Pleasant Valley. How do we get? So we get to Timberwolf Mountain. How from Timberwolf Mountain? How the hell do we get from Timberwolf Mountain to Pleasant Valley? I think our base is right here. And I think this right here is the entrance to Pleasant Valley. So we got to get from... We got to get to our base in Timberwolf Mountain. From there, go to Pleasant Valley. Once we get to Pleasant Valley, we come out right about here. I think we come out here. From here, we need to get to... From here, we need to get to Mystery Lake or Coastal. Now, I know that there is a transition from Thompson's Crossing nearby Thompson's Crossing. If we go eastbound, there is a transition to Coastal Highway. Question is, do we want to go to Coastal Highway or do we want to go to Mystery Lake from Pleasant Valley? That is the ultimate question. I really like Mystery Lake. I feel like Mystery Lake is a really fantastic region. I like foraging in Forlorn Muskeg. It's my favorite place to forage. The reason I would rather prefer this is because we have the option of going to Mountain Town, the option of going to Broken Railroad, or even Bleak Inlet if we are so inclined. If we go to Coastal, while it is a pretty good region, and we can get a lot of fish, I find that like Desolation Point, while I like it, is like it's a dead end, and there isn't any transition from Desolation Point anywhere else. Like you go out there and you have to go back through the crumbling highway and then Coastal. And we could find a hacksaw out here, which is useful. Be really useful. But I feel like we should try to take a different run this time, because we're always over here. I feel like we're always over here. We spend a lot of time in this area of the map. I want to spend more time in this area of the map in this run. So I think what we'll do from Pleasant Valley is make our way to Mystery Lake. And to get to Mystery Lake from Pleasant Valley, we need to find a transition called the Winding River, which will take us to the Mystery Lake Dam. And the problem is I don't know where that transition is. So we might end up spending more time once again in Pleasant Valley wandering around looking for a transition to the Winding River. And that's the problem. And I'm going to guess that the Winding River, since it's probably somewhere south on the map, actually. Probably somewhere south on the map. Winding River. Either south or on the east end of the map. Probably south or on the east end of the map. Okay. Well, we'll have to deal with that. Cross that bridge when we come to it. We still have to get through Timberwolf Mountain. Okay, so I would say today I would say today, I'm going to end today's episode here. I did have a lot of fun today. This was great. We got the technical backpack. We got the crampons. We somehow managed to make the climb. I'm very happy about that. I may do a longer episode in the future. I don't know when. I might try it out one of these days. So if you ever happen to see a 4-hour episode, that's when it'll happen. But until then, we'll probably just stick with the regular time we've been doing. I've been having fun. This is pretty good. Thank you guys for joining me. I had a lot of fun with this one. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'll catch you in the next episode. Zen out.